Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending good energy, sending blessings and positivity to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking about Miss Kandi Burruss, and we were talking about Kandi versus Jason Lee. Before we'll get to that, we are also going to talk about Jermaine Dupri defending Kandi. He was asked for the first time what he thought in an interview about, all of the escape drama that is taking place, that is airing out on Bravo's show, of course. And he pretty much said that they all need to get back in the studio and record an album, but he did co-sign and defend Kandi that Latasha Scott was wrong again and was not the reason for Kandi. Remember Tasha was blaming Kandi for her first solo album not happening and being shelved. And so Jermaine Dupri is playing like he doesn't remember and that he doesn't even know what happened, but he knows for a fact that it wasn't Kandi. I believe what ended up happening at the time, the reason it got shelved was because I thought Jermaine Dupri left the label, right? And so if your executive leaves the label, so does the artists that are affiliated with that particular person, because whoever is going to be taking over that position, or if they're dissolving that particular label altogether, so is any music that you had recorded, right? That's the same thing that happened to John B. when he was supposed to do his follow-up album. After the success of the album that had the song with Tupac and everything else, what ended up happening was labels had changed, right? And so labels had changed. And so the person he was working with, when he was working with like Tracy Edmonds and Babyface and all of them, all of that got shelved once they went into a different label. Right? So that's what happened. It has nothing to do with Kandi Burruss, but Latasha for some reason is obsessed with Kandi, is obsessed with trying to make Kandi the blame for everything. And as a result of this reality show, as a result of the ongoing drama that Tasha K keeps exposing of, Latasha's husband Rocky and all these mistresses and all these side pieces and everything else and the like, it's Tasha that's the issue. It's Tasha that is the one that is toxic and that is, completely imploding this group once again. And so with that, Jason Lee, he was a guest host on The Breakfast Club recently. And so what he basically said was, I believe there was a story that was involving Kandi, was either involving housewives or was involving this particular reality show with SWV. And he ended up, it might have been the beef with Kandi and Tamar. That might have been the story that The Breakfast Club was talking about, now that I think about it. It was probably the story about Kandi versus Tamar that he was reacting to, that he was responding to. And so in that clip, Jason Lee was like, well, when, my team was at the Grammys this year and they saw Kandi and, she was rude to them and everything else. And so I just didn't like that. I didn't have a good, my people didn't have a good encounter with her and this and that. And so Kandi, defends herself on her podcast and is like, well, here's the thing, what ended up happening was she saw his assistant or somebody that, she knew was affiliated with his podcast, was affiliated with the Jason Lee show, Hollywood Unlocked, right? And it ended up happening with somebody from Kandi's people whispered in her ear and was like, that so-and-so that's with Jason Lee and how, crazy he's been talking about you. And so then that's when Kandi kind of was like, thanks, but no thanks, kind of just, kind of kept it like abrupt, cute, and mute, but really didn't go into details as to why she didn't want to talk with Jason Lee's assistant, right? And so, basically it's this back and forth. And so, what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the drama that took place with Tasha K and Cardi B, right? Because what people forget is the root of all of this was the lies that Tasha K was putting out about Cardi B. But what happened before the cease and desist kept coming that Tasha K was ignoring, Cardi B did reach out to Tasha K, right? She did reach out to her. And so Tasha K took that opportunity to be like, hey, why don't you come on my platform and defend yourself? And Cardi B was like, no. And so then Tasha K, you know, of course, went on this avalanche of continuing to bash her. And so I think what happens is these people, you know, some of these people in these podcasts and these content creators and everything else, is sometimes they flip-flop with these celebrities and these reality stars, right? Because there's a difference in critiquing, right? Like if I'm critiquing Kandi, if there's something about one of her shows that I maybe didn't like the particular storyline, or I didn't like how things unfolded with that, I will say that, right? Nobody is exempt from criticism, right? Whether I'm a fan of them or whatever, right? Nobody's exempt. But I think the difference between critiquing somebody and giving your opinion on something, whether you like or dislike somebody, what they did, not necessarily anything personal, but when you make it about bashing, or in the case of Jason Lee, just blatantly saying, oh, Kandi Burruss is rude, just putting that out there, you know, slandering her, defaming her, trying to attack her reputation, that's when Kandi is like, listen, I'm not going to bleep with you. I'm not going to mess with you. I'm not going to talk with you. And she has her every right, right? Why would you go on a platform that is bashing you, that is dogging you out, that is calling you out your name and saying all these disparaging things about you, right? And so I think what Jason Lee did was he took the opportunity, since there's beef with Kandi and Tamar of whatever took place at that concert, is he wanted to take that opportunity to take another jab. But what people don't know is he's been taking jabs at Kandi, but then on the flip, on the low, still wants Kandi to come on his show, still wants Kandi to do an interview or what have you on his platform. And Kandi said thanks, but no thanks, absolutely not, right? And so that's the, you know, the hard part in navigating this, is that there's a very thin line, like I said, between critiquing somebody, agreeing or disagreeing, and reacting to something that somebody has said or done. And in the realm of this, it's either, you know, a celebrity story or something that's going on a reality show, versus just completely bashing them, right? Completely bashing them and completely disparaging them and calling them names and insulting them and coming, you know, for all these personal attacks. That is not journalism, you guys, right? That is just somebody who was looking to, you know, slander and defame somebody in hopes for clicks and views, right? So I totally am on par with Kandi on this, that, you know, you can't have it both ways, right? You can't have it both ways. And there's a difference between, like I said, you know, reacting to, you know, something you may did or didn't like about something that Kandi did, right? On a show, right? That's different, right? And first and foremost, I'm always going to respect Kandi and her business acumen, and, you know, a lot of people that she's worked with, a lot of people she's helped out, all of her businesses, she's successful, right? She's successful. She has another successful show on Bravo with this show with SWV and Escape and everything else. So there's a lot of buzz right now. Escape, SWV, everybody is trending right now. And Kandi was trending as well because of, you know, the drama, of course, with Tamar. So, but people are taking this opportunity, right, to, you know, insert little digs that have nothing to do with the situation and basically come from a place of hurt feelings. And that's where Jason Lee is coming from, right? He is coming from a place of hurt feelings because Kandi did not acknowledge his people. And Kandi is not acknowledging his people because he continues to say negative things about her. Like, if somebody called you rude and is attacking your character, why would you go on their platform, right? That's different from, you know, saying, hey, I disagreed with you on this storyline, or I didn't like the direction of what you said to this person on the show. That's completely different than saying, hey, you're rude, right? That's directly an attack. So that's why I feel like it's this, you know, Tasha K, Cardi B situation where, you know, Jason Lee is the Tasha K in the situation where he's saying the disparaging things about Kandi, and, you know, Kandi and her people are like, listen, how are you going to have me come on your platform and you're saying all this stuff, and then you want to cry wolf on The Breakfast Club about it, right? And then go on your platform and be upset about it, right? So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.